A lot has changed in Fortnite Save the World, but idle gaming is pretty much still what you can call the end game, and a lot of YouTubers, a lot of streamers have been pushing this a little lately. But Sly Gumby is the first I remember that really talked about not killing husks. He did this about a year ago, which is pretty fantastic. It is something a lot of us has been enjoying for a great deal of time, casually playing with constructors in base defense missions. And in this video I'm gonna be going through how things work. So hello guys, and welcome to another one of my Fortnite videos where my voice may seem a little off because I kind of caught the flu, so yay me. But I've been playing some Fortnite Save the World, and in this video I have gathered together hopefully enough information to allow those of you out there that are interested in pretty much AFKing defense styled missions as much as you need to know in order to get started. You're gonna need some constructors, you're gonna need some traps, and of course you're gonna need materials. But once you have that up and running, you are pretty freaking peachy. You want to go with a lofty architecture plus to almost double the health of all buildings in the base affected area. You can go with recycling. For the most of this video I'm gonna go with slow your roll so that I can move around. We have frozen castle so that we slow down things, power modulation to heal structures, mega base for just a slightly longer base, and tough traps for more trap durability. And then I just added in survivalist because I don't have a last good perk, the banner, and stationary hover turret, mostly really for clearing before the objective. You want a wall launcher, something with a good amount of impact, something with a good amount of durability, and then you want something that will heal attached structures depending on your power level, of course, but in this video I'm gonna go with that. So you want something that doesn't damage opponents, such as wall lights or the spikes on the inner side of the walls, and then you want something to push them back. So anyway, we're starting out here with the new beta storms. Pretty easy to find. You look at the map and you just go wherever the storm eye is decreasing towards, and once you are there, slap down some floors so that opponents will be slowed. Put down a 1x1. Put wall launchers on 3 of them, and then you pretty much just need to start the objective. As you can see here, I have upgraded some of the floor because husks go crazy and start attacking the floors when they can't do anything else. But once you are in here ready to start it, shoot down the balloon, put the wall spikes on the inner side so that they will heal these almost 5% of the maximum health of the structure every 10 seconds. This is added to what you have from the power modulation. Put down the base on top of the objective, and one thing is important now: you need to get the last wall upgraded and you need to get a launcher on it. Once that has been taken care of, you are peachy. The game is gonna auto win, and you just really need to AFK it. I'm gonna be circling it a few times to give you guys an idea about the amount of durability that you need on the traps. If you don't have traps with a high enough durability, you may need to go in here and just, refill the traps at some point. But I'm gonna be looking into some alternative builds that you can do as well. This is the most energy efficient, not energy, material efficient, in that you just need a 1x1 with 8 traps on it. A lot of the high level players can do this just with 4 traps, but most players are not really there, and this is something you can do at any power level once you have the heroes and perks up and running. So it is a very, very efficient way to get high amounts of reward points, even tickets, just by playing. Like you can see, pretty AFK style. Nothing's going on here. I'm just checking out how things are moving. And these are I'm gonna slow it down so you guys can see the durability decay right before the end. So that is how you can actually play the new beta storm. Retrieve the data, a 1x1. I'm using 8 traps. I have the large floor just so that I slow opponents on it a little more. It is not really needed, but if you are lacking in perked up traps, it may give you that extra boost really that will allow you to do nothing and get the silly rewards. It is pretty amazing, and it is still doable in the game. So yeah, it's idle AFK time. Let's move on to the next kind of mission. Of course, we need to rake in the rewards just for reference so that you can see what you're getting for this amazing feat. You do need resources for this. I'm going a little extra all in this video, upgrading things like crazy, because I want to make these designs in a way where even slightly lower powered players can do it. I'm going into a Refuel the home base now, not really because these missions are challenging as such, just to show that this kind of, of way to build a base can be used in a lot of different missions. Gonna be going through the different atlases and deliver the bomb as well. Just, you know, FYI kind of stuff if you are wondering, does it still work there? As you can see here, Refuel the home base, it is a pretty easy mission in itself. It is something that you can obviously solo without even building it. But the reason why I included it is because we're getting some slightly more annoying husks. As you can see here, we have the sploders, we have the riots coming right here on the waves. And I wanted to show you guys that with this setup, with the lofty architecture, with the power modulation, and with the healing traps, you can actually survive multiple sploder bombs on these walls without taking anything close to a scratch. And I feel that is pretty impressive, and it shows a little bit about the power that comes with 84 increased percentage health on the walls. And of course you can choose traps that increase like the health of the walls as well, but here you can see how little damage we have actually been taking by just having this setup up and running. I would say it is overkill to build this type of walls for a Refuel the home base, but if you just need to get those mission alert rewards or whatever it is something you can do. Crossed 574 days, got 150 V-Bucks, so figured I would put that in there. And now we are looking at, as you can see here, it is a deliver the bomb mission. And the very interesting thing about the deliver the bomb mission is, again, we're getting some very different types of husks than we are in retrieve the data mission. So you can have flingers, blasters, like smashers, all that kind of stuff from the very start. And I just boxed this in. I didn't really consider flingers till I saw them here, so I'm just doing a little bit of emergency anti-flinger build. So my bomb, my launcher here actually took a little bit of flinger damage, but that is the only thing that really passed through. I didn't really want to bother to upgrade the top part of it, but as you can see here, nothing is really happening. What I've done here is that I have made these angled walls, and then I have floor launchers under them, and this is just to show you guys that if you don't have wall launchers that have a high enough durability, if you don't have enough durability on the wall launchers to last an entire mission, you can add an extra layer of traps outside by putting a floor launcher, and then these angled walls, then they are, when the durability of those are going to be removed and the angled have been like taken out by the husks, the remaining wall is going to last long enough for you to win the mission. It is healthy in another way because it has the healing trap on the inside, and I don't have that on the slant, but you can do that as well. It's just, you know, it comes down to how many traps you really want to do it, but you can very, very easily AFK win these as well. The escort is easy enough as it is, and building the base, no matter what type of opponent you're going to be getting, is super easy with this setup as well, with the lofty architecture and the power modulation. I feel the rest is a little bit optional, but I do like having the frozen castle in there because it slows down opponents, and that means it gives the structures more time to heal before they take the next attack. So the mission rewards are coming in here as well for my crazy achievement of taking down a power level. I think it was 100 deliver the bomb as well by doing nothing besides slapping up a small base. And as you know, the resources for making the traps is pretty much nothing for the launchers. We're talking about some oxidized. I think I even used 106 traps for some of these. Then we're talking char black. The launcher traps are very, very easy to work with. The next one that we're going to be looking at here is a single atlas mission. These are of course different in that you never really know where you have them positioned, so you need to have your base up and running with the launchers in a way that is going to take whatever kind of heat is coming. So instead of making just a box for it, I had to be a little bit more creative, but I have the wall launchers here, and on the other side of them I have my spike traps that are healing the walls every 10 seconds, 4.8% on top of the power modulation. what I'm doing when I'm playing this is that I'm slapping down the banner in the middle of the base, and it is not really because it is going to be helping me that much, but if I need for some crazy reason to go in there and emergency repair, if something goes completely sideways, then it is nice to have my respawn point in the base. And you can also use it to crazy like boost the health of the structure if something like goes completely silly. As you can see here, we had a wandering smasher that decided to join the party, something a little frustrating if you have that. And these storm missions can be a little different. If you're playing non-storm missions, you are pretty comfy, but once you are playing storm missions, things may be a little bit more tricky. So if you want to like just delay things a little bit more, you can just slap in a few more traps. It is just about dragging out time. As you can see here, with 5 seconds left, we still have the smasher. It is the same smasher moving around. Everything is pretty peachy, but beware of smashers. If you see them, you may need to add in 1 or 2 additional traps just to make sure they don't demolish everything right away. So, rewards coming here for an Atlas mission as well, but we are not done yet. Oh, not at all, because one Atlas has always been really easy. I made a different build here for a double Atlas, and that is really just to show you what you can do with the slants. If you notice my angled walls on the outer side of these boxes, they have launchers on the ground, but on the inner side I have my retractable spikes, and that is because they have healing on them. So this will allow me to heal up the angled slants just as I can with the straight walls. So it was just really one of those for reference. You can do this. Obviously you don't want to have any damaging traps, because whenever you damage a husk, a stronger husk is likely to spawn. So if you don't take out the easy ones, they're just going to be easy for the entire game. But if you take them out, you're going to be seeing more smashers, sploders, flingers, lobbers, all that kind of stuff. So the entire concept of the AFK lofty architecture build is to destroy nothing, so that nothing that is challenging will come and take down the base. So keep that in mind. You don't want to damage the husks at all, but sometimes you may need to do it. Then keep an eye out on things such as flingers and lobbers and make sure to take them out. I also did a quadruple Atlas. This one is actually just, I think, was it power level 76? I don't remember. I think it was, just to show you guys that if you want to be doing larger bases, you need to really consider that you can't cover the entire base unless you are using the mega base. And if you do that, you're not going to be getting like the huge health increase on the walls. It is going to be decreased. It is not 84%. So your walls are going to be much weaker. You really need to keep that in mind, because if the walls are weaker, they won't last as long, and then you're gonna they're just gonna swarm your base eventually. So if you want to take on like a category 3 or 4, you really need to consider the locations of the atlases and think about using the heavy base instead of having lofty architecture, and then repair a little bit more instead of just going away and coming back after 7 minutes. So anyway guys, that was pretty much what I had to share in this video. We're going to be getting the new spear around the corner. Looking very much forward to digging into that. Thank you all very much for writing in LokeHansen as an Epic Games creator. Absolutely amazing. As always guys, thank you very much for watching.